must have connections within the industry. Good to have digital marketing skills, and I'd like to add fundraising experience if any. And what's on offer? Up to 15% stake. No point of even offering a salary because there is the funds still need to be raised. And we start with a part-time role and eventually move to a full-time engagement. And if you think this could be you, let's talk.
Any questions?
What is the idea about?
स्पोर्ट्स रिटेल आपने आप लाइफस्टाइल जाते हो या शॉप स्टॉप जाते हो, काफ़ी इमर्सिव और एक यू ट्राई स्टफ आउट, यू आस्क पीपल, यू आप फील करके देखते हो, चेक करके देखते हो. स्पोर्ट्स में इस तरह का एक्सपीरियंस जहाँ बहुत सारे लीडिंग ब्रांड्स एक ही छत के नीचे मिले, दैट इज नॉट अवेलेबल इन इंडिया एनीवेयर.
डीकैथलॉन का तो अपना अलग है.
अपना खुद का है. मैंने बहुत लोगों से बात करी. स्पोकन टू प्रोफेशनल स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन, स्पोकन टू हॉबीज जो कि शौक के लिए दौड़ते भागते हैं, सेमी सीरियस हैं, उन्होंने अपने यूथ में खेला था एंड देन एट एज ऑफ 30+ दे हैव नाउ स्टार्टेड अगेन. आई हैव स्पोकन टू अदर स्पोर्ट्स शॉप ओनर्स, आई हैव स्पोकन टू द ओनर ऑफ लोधी स्पोर्ट्स ऑल्सो. उन सबका एक चीज़ पे कॉमन वो है, while Decathlon has done a great job in bringing, increasing access to decent quality stuff at decent prices, from a quality perspective, anybody who's even semi-serious, you will not find them using Decathlon stuff. Maybe a cap or a vest or something, but core equipment उनका Decathlon का कभी नहीं होगा. Again, they are doing a fantastic job in the space where they are operating. But if you want to have a Babolat racket or a Prince racket or an SG bat and you'd like to try it out before you buy, or if you want somebody to tell you कि तुम्हारे लिए ठीक है भी कि नहीं. यहाँ अगर आप दौड़ते हो, आपको नी पेन या हील पेन होता है, तो आपके लिए जूता कौन सा चाहिए आपको पता ही नहीं है. So we'll do that analysis for you. We'll give you a range of 15 shoes to choose from let's say 5,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees, and you choose whichever is more suitable to your budget and your life.
So आपका बैकग्राउंड स्पोर्ट्स से रिलेटेड
नहीं
रहा या क्या आपको
रिटेल से रिलेटेड मेरा.
ओके, ये स्टार्ट करना ये कैसे क्लिक हुआ?
My son, his birthday, and I wanted to buy a bat for him. I went, मेरे पास ऑप्शन क्या है, पहले तो ये देखा डीकैथलॉन पे बैट डीकैथलॉन का मिलता है, विराट कोहली वाला है, शुभमन गिल वाला तो नहीं मिलता. तो बैट देखने गए, कहाँ जाएं, तो वो पुरानी सदर बाज़ार वाली स्टोर होगी, यहाँ पास में आपके कोई ट्रेडिशनल रिटेलर होगा मॉम का, उससे बात करी. ही हैड नो क्वेश्चंस कि कहाँ खेलता है, क्या करता है, कितना आता है, कोई तरीका ही नहीं असेस करने का. एंड उसने धीरे से एक नोइंग ग्लांस दिया, कितने का दिखाऊं. मैंने भी बोला यार देख. फिर आ गई बात बजट पे. सो असेसमेंट किस चीज़ का हुआ? सिर्फ बजट का, उसकी एबिलिटी का नहीं हुआ, वो किस स्टेज पे है, क्या वेट चाहिए, क्या चाहिए. बहुत ही बेयर मिनिमम लेवल पे जितने जेब में पैसे हैं उसके हिसाब से आपको दे देगा. वेदर ही नीड्स अ कश्मीर विलो और एन इंग्लिश विलो और व्हाटएवर एल्स, दैट्स नॉट देयर. एंड दैट इज व्हाट गॉट मी थिंकिंग.
एंड यू सर आपका बेसिकली बडिंग प्रोफेशनल स्पोर्ट्स
नहीं वो तो है ही है, बट उसके अलावा एनीबडी हु इज लुकिंग फॉर स्टफ फॉर देयर ओन सेल्फ. एज आई सेड 30+ 40+ में देयर इज अ रिन्यूड इंटरेस्ट.
जैसे आई एम ऑलरेडी इंटरेस्टेड इन ट्राइंग 10 मीटर एयर शूटिंग, काफी टाइम से इंटरेस्ट कर रहा है. मे बी आई कैन जस्ट स्टार्ट बाय मंथ और नेक्स्ट.
तो 30+ 40+ इज वन ऑफ माई प्राइमरी TGs, बिकॉज वो ना सिर्फ अपने लिए खरीद रहे हैं पर अब अपने बच्चों के लिए भी खरीद रहे हैं. Thanks to the fact that we are all living in group housing societies, there are clubs and sports facilities everywhere. और कुछ नहीं तो एक साइकिल, skates, टेनिस या बैडमिंटन facilities ये तो हैं. So everybody wants to be exposed to what the world has to offer. I'm not saying everybody is my target because पैसे भी लगते हैं उसमें. But right now we don't have anything close to this assortment that is available under one roof. कहने को आप कह सकते हो ये दुकान ही तो है बड़ी वाली. Yes, the way lifestyle is only a दुकान, this will also be a दुकान, but with the tech and science added on top.
But the profit margins would be very wafer thin.
Yes, sir. Initially, yes. Gross margins range between 30 to 40-45%. Net margin बहुत कम हो जाते हैं because of the severe discounting that is done by.
Not only discounting, your branding, salaries and other expenses. Like I've seen the balance sheets of lifestyle and these type of companies operate on very thin margins.
Absolutely. So, broadly speaking, the 3-year the first 3-year plan may one of the big things that we need to do is get into private labels, our own labels across the range of distributors.
A percentage of inflow that comes to these retailers is from the branding that they get from their placements.
Right.
So you won't have that type of leverage, at least in the beginning, to demand that type of like margins from those big brands for product placement.
Sir, you touch upon a very good point here. Floor space
Of
is
course.
real estate.
Correct.
And what we see people like Chroma doing, they've given out, let's say, 100 square feet space to Samsung, another to Sony, and they charge them for it. As you said, we may not have the kind of presence that will allow, but if not that, there are other ways of negotiating with them. I've had a couple of rounds of discussions with a few, and they are open to the idea. Since I don't have the money right now, I can't go ahead and tell them this is what I'm going to give you. But this can take one of 3 paths. One, we agree on a per square foot or an overall commercial amount. The second thing is they give me certain fixtures and furniture along with manpower of their own. That cuts down my manpower expenses. And the third is we talk on additional margins or keeping stuff on consignment. Different brands will probably take different routes, but the idea is, yes, to somehow extract that extra bit from the brands would be interested to sell with us. The other part is these brands are not able to showcase their entire range anywhere in India unless they have an exclusive store, which becomes a very, very narrow focused thing. So Speedo might have a store, but only the hardcore swimming enthusiast will go. कोई ऐसे ही चलता फिरता कभी भी नहीं जाएगा वहाँ पे. This opens their range up to a wide variety of people, and that is why I think they would be interested.
Do study the business model of Hippo store. Though it's in the construction
And kind of a wholesale. A little bit,
I
not
feel
very
it's
much.
more or less similar to what you have in mind.
But not yes and no, because I'm completely focused in the B2C space, and it's more of a lifestyle thing. Yes, Hippo has done an amazingly good job. To be honest, I've not really studied that in detail. Would you like me to? Because
No, it's just a suggestion.
my inspiration happens to be a combination of what is happening in the US. US is a very evolved market, of course. I can only hope we'd reach there. We have retailers like Dick's Sporting Goods. It's a $16 billion company. They have 30, 40, 50,000 square feet stores, and they've taken every sense of the term. What I talk about here is already happening, and then some more. They have cages there where you can try out baseball
Your
bats.
swings and all.
Yeah, they have this foot mapping and gait analysis technology. In India, that's happening only at ASICS store, only some of them, and you're bound to buy ASICS then. And I want to democratize that and start small. In Dubai, in Africa, there are brands that have created zones within their stores to try out mountaineering, jackets and other equipment which can withstand -20, -30 degrees, and they'll create that zone for you within the store. This is where experience is going. There are artificial waterfalls in stores so that you can check how waterproof those jackets are. So I can only dream of reaching that stage, but we want to start very, very small here. In Dubai, there is a brand that has got and hired a Portuguese Tour de France guy who had competed there. People buy bicycles worth 1.5 lakh rupees, and then they pay another 8,000, 10,000 rupees to book an appointment with that guy, so that the seats, etc., can be figured out.
Okay.
So that's like the holy grail of experiential retail, but we want to start small. And the other thing I did not mention was this is only phase 1. Phase 2 will also see us getting into esports, which is one of the biggest thing that nobody is talking about really. By esports I mean gaming mostly. There are chairs that cost 30, 40, 50,000 rupees. There
More
are
than that, more than
mouse and terminals and so on and so forth. So as we gain size, we'd also be looking to open bigger stores and invite that particular segment of gamers also to come and experience whatever we have to offer and buy.
What is the type of funding that you're seeking? Like, this would be pretty high.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, which is also the funding, the major stumbling block. My ideal ask is about $2 million to deliver 2 stores in Delhi NCR and also to develop the first level of tech. When I talk about tech, I mean not just my normal website and those kinds of things, but also the biomechanics stuff. With biomechanics, there are 2 options. The tech exists globally as well as in India. I've had a discussion with IIT Delhi. They are willing to look at this afresh, do a whole new project on not just running but also extending it to other disciplines. When we talk about bat swings, etc., they'll be able to look at it. Specifically for the feet and gait analysis, etc., that tech is already there with IIT Madras, and they are working extensively with RCB. I have the contact details of the person I've spoken to him. They are doing this and eye analysis and a whole lot of other things. So if push comes to shove and we need to really adapt something, IIT Madras already has that. But it will need some fine tuning and you'll need money for that. And the hiring and training of manpower, etc., will also need to be done. Again, a lot of discussions are going on with a lot of people, including at academies. Hard skills is not a problem, soft skills is the problem. So a lot of attention will need to be given to smoothing out the rough edges with these people. But it's possible.
You are full time into this, or you're?
Yes, I was working till 2023 with Samsung, and then a combination of factors led me to exit. And about a year after that, I practically did nothing. Honestly, I did nothing at all. I just kept thinking of one thing or the other. ये करते हैं, वो करते हैं. And this is where eventually I think I hit my sweet spot.
Found a gap and.
Yeah, I wanted to start before Blue Cabs imploded. I want to start a high-end taxi service, something like Uber Black used to be, and so.
So you have an entrepreneur skill set, and you're looking for team and.
Yes, I need somebody who can both push me a little bit and also be a sort of a self-starter and get those hard skills into the whole scheme of things. Because here the biggest aspect would be how well you're able to buy. Brands will dump whatever they have in you. You need to be smart enough to have the right kind of inventory, because come 3 months or 6 months and a new season, you'll be left with inventory and you won't know what to do with it. So you need to be really smart, and somebody who's experienced can do that.
With the kind of idea you have, you want to build a shopper stop or lifestyle, you don't need to worry about inventory.
Inventory is going to be huge, because see, 3 months or 6 months later, they'll come out with their new collection. What do I do with the inventory I have?
No, the shopper stop kind of rents out the space. Pantaloons, they rents out the space to brands.
Yeah, so as sir pointed out, we may or may not have that kind of reach to begin with.
So you will have. You just have to find how you can have that.
Right.
But that's what you're looking for. कि वो मेरे को Nike वाला कैसे पैसे भी दे, stock भी दे, staff भी दे, और rent भी दे. तो वो there are defined models. I mean, there are defined ways to.
I'd love to connect with you to understand more about that. And so thank you. If you feel
Thank you.
we can have a conversation, let's do it. Thank you.